Apparently, we all have an actual age, obviously, and a spirit age. So this is the new phrase that was made up by supermodel Christy Brinkley, who turned 65. Look at her. She looks incredible. But she said she feels that her spirit age is much, much younger than 65. Do you have a spirit age, Nadia? I sense you're a really young spirit age.
Well, I mean, that sounds all very fabulous, doesn't it?
It does a bit.
Supermodel spirit. But actually, I should probably be a bit ashamed of my spirit age because I try and keep it about 12. And actually, this is because I don't like responsibility. I do not even have a front door key. So if there's nobody in when I get home, I have to sit on the step. First of all,
you cannot not have a front door key.
I lose my key. I lose my key all the... You're the same, aren't you?
I'm sitting here really quietly because I don't have a front door key.
We've discussed this before.
Look, I am not responsible enough to own my own front door key. I'm not even going to try and pad around the fact and make it look like it's a normal thing.
You two have these wonderful children that you're bringing up, but yet you don't have a front door key.
Got a key. Oh, see, I don't lose the children, but I always lose the key.
But, you know, it's funny, my mum and dad are both, you know, very hard-working, like my mum, talk about being on the ball, you know, if there's anything I can't remember, my mum at 85 will remember like that. But they both have this very childlike way about them, where, you know, my dad just still gets as excited, my mum can just laugh hysterically. And I think that's the thing, if it's spirit, I think it's that. It's like, for want of using that awful hippie thing, but in touch with your inner child, so that you're still open to, like, things being exciting or scary.
And you can still get excited about things. So you think you're about 12.
So I get really excited every night as to whether I'm going to be able to get in my house.
Yes! Someone's there to let me in. Gloria, what's your spirit age?
Well, I have to admit, I mean, I try not to think about age at all, but when I hit 70, that was major. But I got over that quite quickly. And I think because I've been in television since 1969, always worked with young people, which is delightful. And I think that keeps you young in your interest and your spirit. And now I try to, even with my grandchildren who are of, you know, teenagers and some in their 20s, try to keep myself up to speed with everything that's happening, say, music-wise.
You are down with the kids, Glow.
What's that?
Yeah, you are a cool grandma.
No, I try to,
I always think that.
But I kind of work at it, you know, because I want to keep my spirit age.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I wish it could be, but...
What about you?
My spirit age flutters around. It goes from, like, 7 and a half. No, but you know when you just want to be
old soul as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can feel like the oldest person, the most mature person in the group. Sometimes.
You're very
That's not difficult, though, is it?
But you know what, my nanny Thelma, who we lost, you know, only just last year, she was in her 90s, and she always used to say to the girls, you know, girls, inside me, I'm 19, I can run for that boss, and I can dance with that GI, all that gorgeous GI. GI, is that right? American GI, yeah. And I really believed that. Yeah. That's how it was. Just this body of hers was this age.
But isn't it a zest for life, isn't it? I think some people inherently have that zest. I mean, whatever it is, whether to be here and enjoy being at least women, or, you know, anything really that keeps the mind going.
Really lovely about reverting back to being a child. Obviously not all the time. We all have to face responsibilities and raise our children. But there is something so lovely about going, you know what, I don't care. I'm going to act like I acted when I was 10 years old.
Once I get back home, I'm like 5 again. I've got my mum and dad doing everything. Mum cooks everything.
Opening the fridge,
it's just
hanging on the
best.
fridge. Yeah.
I am not growing up from that, and that's the end of it.